My beloved in Christ, God chosen one, this is not a joke. This is not fear mongering. This is a direct warning from God Himself. If you are the chosen one, if you felt the call deep inside, then June 7 is the day you must never step outside. God has spoken clearly. This day is unlike any other. It has been predicted for years by astrologers, cosmic readers, and ancient prophets. But you, the chosen one, you have been singled out to receive this urgent message. June 7 could mark a turning point, a moment of darkness, chaos, and intense energy. The atmosphere will be heavy, dangerous, and filled with unseen forces that will drain your spiritual power, affect your health, and block your progress. This warning is not for everyone. Most people will be distracted, deaf to God's voice. But you must listen and obey. Stay inside. Do not make deals. Do not celebrate. Do not expose yourself to the world outside on that day. Prepare your heart, clean your space, meditate, and be grateful. This is a divine test, a day of spiritual battle and opportunity. God is protecting you, but only if you listen. This is your destiny. This is your calling. This message is not a coincidence. It is divine intervention. God is speaking directly to you, the chosen soul, through whispers in the wind and signs in the stars. June 7 is more than just a date on the calendar. It is a sacred moment destined to challenge your spirit and protect your light. The universe is calling you to take shelter, to hold fast inside your sanctuary, away from the unseen dangers that lurk beyond your doorstep. This is a day when the veil between worlds grows thin, and your spiritual armor must be strong. Many will dismiss this warning, swept away by the noise of everyday life. But you are different. You can feel what others cannot. Your sensitivity to divine energy makes you uniquely prepared to face this day with wisdom and grace. Ignoring this warning is not just risky. It could lead to spiritual confusion, emotional exhaustion, or even physical consequences. This is why God's message is clear. Stay inside, guard your heart, and nurture your soul on June 7. Imagine the calm strength that comes from surrendering to God's guidance, choosing safety over recklessness. By heeding this warning, you align yourself with a higher purpose, protecting not just your own energy, but contributing to a collective shield of light that could ripple across the world. This day is a spiritual crossroads, and your decision to stay sheltered will shape the journey ahead. God is not just cautioning you, He is empowering you. Long before this day approached, ancient astrologers and cosmic seers saw its arrival with profound clarity. This date is etched in the fabric of time by those who studied the stars, planets, and cosmic cycles. The predictions made decades ago now converge with today's reality, confirming that June 7 is a moment of immense spiritual significance. These insights come from a place beyond human logic, an understanding passed down through generations that this day holds the power to shift destinies. These cosmic readings are not mere superstition. They are the language of the universe spoken through celestial patterns that only a few can decipher. The rare solar eclipse appearing on this day intensifies spiritual energies, opening portals and increasing vulnerability to negative forces. This isn't something to fear. It's a cosmic invitation to awaken, to stand strong, and to transform. History shows us that such rare alignments have always marked turning points, ushering in eras of great change and renewal. You are not alone in recognizing this. Many spiritual communities around the world have been preparing for this day, understanding its potential to disrupt or enlighten. The fact that multiple sources, different astrologers, mystics, and cosmic readers agree on this date's importance reinforces the urgency of this message. This is not coincidence. It is a divine design, and you are at its center. This message was never meant for the masses. It is a sacred call reserved for those who are spiritually awake, those who carry a higher frequency within their hearts. Many people will go about their lives oblivious to the storm brewing beneath the surface of this day. They will remain trapped in distraction, unable to hear the subtle warnings echoing through the spiritual realm. But you, because of your clarity and heightened intuition, are called to listen deeply. Being chosen is both a gift and a responsibility. You are among a select few who can perceive the invisible threads weaving through this moment in time. This is why God's instructions come directly to you, urging caution and preparation. It is not fear-mongering, it is love, a divine protection meant to shield your light and keep your spirit intact when darkness threatens. Remember, you are chosen because you have the strength to withstand what others cannot. This exclusivity makes your role even more powerful. By embracing this message, you step into your destiny as a guardian of light. Your awareness and actions on May 7 will ripple outwards, influencing others and helping to balance the collective energy. This is your spiritual mission, one that requires courage, faith, and trust in God's plan. June 7 will bring more than just a cosmic event. It will usher in a profound shift in energy, one that carries shadows and light intertwined. This is a day when spiritual darkness intensifies, not as punishment, but as a challenge to your inner strength. The atmosphere will feel heavy, emotionally charged, and unpredictable. You may witness or feel blackouts, emotional turbulence, and a strange heaviness that clouds minds and hearts. The solar eclipse on this day acts like a gateway, temporarily dimming the light of the sun and symbolizing a pause in clarity and certainty. Just as the moon covers the sun, there will be moments when doubt, fear, and confusion attempt to overshadow your spirit. But remember, darkness is never permanent. It is the canvas on which light becomes most brilliant. This day calls for vigilance, grounding, and deep inner calm. Think of this energy shift like a storm at sea. You wouldn't sail into it unprepared. You'd anchor safely, batten down the hatches, and wait for it to pass. June 7 demands the same wisdom. By recognizing the coming storm, you give yourself the power to endure and emerge stronger, more enlightened, and ready to navigate the new spiritual landscape that follows. While the world may be planning celebrations, parties, or social gatherings, June 7 is not meant for outward joy or distraction. Instead, it's a day for quiet refuge and protection. The usual rhythms of life, noise, movement, social interaction will only serve to drain your energy and expose you to spiritual interference. God's message is to resist the temptation to join the crowd and instead retreat into your safe space. Sheltering yourself doesn't mean isolation out of fear. It means honoring the sacred energy within you and respecting the cosmic forces at play. Your home should become a sanctuary, a place where you cleanse your environment of negativity and fill it with peace and light. This is the moment to slow down, breathe deeply, and connect with the stillness that nourishes your soul. Consider this day a sacred pause, a spiritual Sabbath. By choosing shelter over celebration, you align yourself with divine wisdom and prepare to receive blessings that can only be accessed through stillness and attentiveness. Your retreat is an act of strength, a commitment to yourself and to the higher purpose you serve. On June 7, the world will be filled with distractions, noise, chaos, and superficial allurements designed to pull you away from your inner truth. Many will ignore the deeper call because they are caught in the whirlwind of everyday concerns. Their ears and hearts are closed to spiritual guidance. But you, chosen one, possess the rare ability to listen beyond the surface, to hear the quiet urgency in God's voice. This ability sets you apart and offers a powerful advantage. When others falter in confusion or succumb to fear, your clarity shines bright. It is this clarity that will help you navigate the spiritual turbulence of the day with grace and resilience. Staying focused on your inner guidance and refusing to be swept up by external distractions is essential for your protection and growth. Think of yourself as a lighthouse in a stormy night, guiding ships safely to shore while others struggle in the darkness. Your light is precious, and by protecting it through awareness and presence, you fulfill your role as a spiritual beacon, not only for yourself, but for others who may seek your strength in the future. June 7 holds a dual nature. It can be a gateway to transformation or a trap that ensnares the unwary. The choice lies with you. For those prepared, this day offers the chance to break free from old patterns, to reset spiritually, and to embrace a new level of awareness. It is a rare opportunity for growth, healing, and profound spiritual awakening. But for those unprepared or inattentive, it could become a day of confusion, loss, and vulnerability. This day tests your spiritual discipline and your ability to discern truth from illusion. The energies present can magnify emotions, intensify conflicts, and blur perceptions. It's like walking a narrow bridge. Each step requires balance and careful attention. Missteps can lead to spiritual setbacks, but steady faith and focus will carry you safely to the other side. Remember, this turning point is a reflection of your inner state. If you enter June 7 grounded, trusting, and vigilant, you will harness its power to elevate your spirit. But if you approach it distracted or doubtful, you risk falling into the trap of darkness and fear. This day is a divine invitation to choose your path consciously. The solar eclipse on June 7 is not just an astronomical event. It symbolizes a profound spiritual blackout, a moment when light is temporarily obscured and energies shift dramatically. This celestial alignment amplifies spiritual vulnerability, making it easier for negative influences to penetrate the aura of those who are unprepared. Blackouts in the physical realm may occur, echoing the spiritual dimming happening on a deeper level. During eclipses, the veil between dimensions thins and spiritual activity intensifies. This can manifest as heightened sensitivity, emotional outbursts, or even attacks from negative entities. For chosen ones like you, this means an urgent need to strengthen your protective practices. Whether through prayer, meditation, or energy cleansing rituals, the eclipse energy is powerful but double-edged. It can either strengthen your spiritual armor or expose your weaknesses. Historical records show that eclipses have often coincided with periods of upheaval and transformation, both on personal and collective levels. Understanding this helps you see June 7 not as a day to fear, but as a day to prepare. Shield yourself with faith and light, and you will emerge not weakened but fortified. God's command to remain indoors on June 7 is deeply rooted in spiritual wisdom. The physical environment will be unstable. Electrical blackouts, shifts in atmospheric energy, and spiritual disturbances could make venturing outside dangerous. But more importantly, staying inside shields your energy field from harmful vibrations and negative forces that will be roaming freely on this day. Think of your home as your fortress, a sacred space where divine protection is strongest. When you step outside during this time, you risk exposing yourself to energy drains, emotional attacks, and spiritual confusion that can disrupt your balance and well-being. God's instruction is a loving act of protection designed to keep you safe until the storm passes. This sheltering is temporary but crucial. By obeying this divine directive, you show faith and obedience, reinforcing your connection with God's guidance. It's a reminder that sometimes true strength lies in stillness and restraint, not in action or bravado. This day requires you to trust, wait, and conserve your energy for what lies ahead. Preparation is key to navigating June 7 with peace and clarity. Begin by cleansing your home physically and spiritually. Declutter, sweep away negativity, and create an environment of calm and purity. Light candles, burn sage or incense, or use crystals if they resonate with you. Your space should become a refuge of tranquility where your spirit can rest and rejuvenate. Meditation is your most powerful tool on this day. It helps you center your mind, release fears, and deepen your connection with God's guidance. Through meditation, you can tune into your inner sanctuary and hear the subtle whispers of divine wisdom that will guide you safely through the intense energies outside. Make time for multiple sessions, allowing yourself to fully relax and recharge. Stillness might feel unnatural in a world that never stops moving, but it is exactly what your soul needs right now. Use this time to practice gratitude for all you have been given. Express thanks to God for the protection and lessons ahead. This calm gratitude will strengthen your spiritual armor and help you face June 7 with grace and confidence. On this day, social engagements and financial deals are not just unwise, they are spiritually hazardous. The energy surrounding June 7 will be unpredictable and intense, creating fertile ground for misunderstandings, conflicts, and loss, making deals or entering negotiations. Risks exposing you to deception, manipulation, or bad luck. Celebrations and parties will scatter your energy and leave you vulnerable to emotional and spiritual exhaustion. Imagine your energy as a precious reservoir. On June 7, it must be guarded carefully. Every interaction, every handshake, every loud gathering will chip away at your strength. This is a day to protect yourself fiercely, not to mingle or indulge. Your well-being depends on conserving your energy for what truly matters, your spiritual resilience and peace of mind. Avoid the temptation to keep up appearances or engage out of obligation. Instead, honor the divine guidance to withdraw and protect your light. This disciplined choice will pay off, allowing you to emerge from June 7 intact, whole, and ready to face the renewed spiritual cycle ahead. June 7 will challenge your faith and self-control like no other day. It is designed to push you beyond comfort, asking you to surrender to God's will and resist the urge to act impulsively. Your discipline will be tested not through hardship alone, but through the constant temptation to ignore warnings, seek distractions, or engage in risky behavior. Devotion to God and your spiritual path becomes your anchor in this storm. The stronger your connection, the easier it will be to withstand the external pressures and internal doubts. This is a spiritual endurance test, one that demands patience, humility, and deep trust. Every moment you choose to obey the warning, meditate, and stay grounded, you strengthen your soul's foundation. Reflect on this test as an opportunity, not a punishment. Just as a diamond forms under pressure, your spirit will be refined and illuminated by overcoming this trial. Your commitment on this day will become a testament to your faith and a beacon for others walking the path behind you. The energy on June 7 will feel electric and heavy at once, like walking through a charged storm where every emotion is amplified. Spiritual interference will be strong, manifesting as sudden mood swings, unexplained anxiety, or intrusive thoughts. The atmosphere will challenge your mental and emotional balance, making it crucial to stay deeply grounded. Grounding practices such as walking barefoot on earth, if safe and indoors, deep breathing, or visualizing roots connecting you to the earth's core will help you maintain your center. These simple yet powerful techniques stabilize your energy field and prevent you from being swept away by the turbulent waves around you. The goal is to remain calm, present, and anchored in your truth. Remember, intensity is temporary. By staying grounded, you create a protective shield that keeps you connected to divine love and clarity. You become a calm harbor amid the storm, able to weather the spiritual turbulence without losing your sense of peace or purpose. Protection is not automatic. It requires your active participation. God's warning to stay indoors and avoid certain activities is a covenant of safety. When you obey, you are enveloped in divine protection, shielded from many of the harmful energies and influences that will be at their peak on June 7. Disobedience breaks this shield and leaves you vulnerable. This is not about fear, but about respect for the sacred laws of the universe. Think of this as a spiritual contract. You agree to follow the guidance, and God promises to guard you. This promise is powerful and real, but it demands your trust and compliance. It's a profound reminder that your free will is a gift, but it comes with responsibility. By honoring this warning, you demonstrate your commitment to your spiritual path and your belief in the unseen forces that govern our existence. This obedience becomes a source of strength, anchoring you in God's grace when the world feels unstable and uncertain. Though it lasts just 6 days, June 7 carries the weight of a lifetime. It is a threshold moment, a spiritual pivot that will alter the course of your journey forever. What happens on this day will resonate for months and years to come, influencing your growth, your relationships, and your place in the divine plan. This day is a call to awaken, to embrace change, and to trust the unseen forces guiding you. It is a reminder that time is a sacred gift, and that even a single day can contain miracles, challenges, and revelations. By preparing now, you ensure that you meet this moment fully awake, fully protected, and fully aligned with God's purpose. So breathe deeply, chosen one. Trust in the divine timing. This one day may test you, but it will also transform you, opening new doors, healing old wounds, and shining light into the darkest corners of your soul. Stay strong. You are ready. There is a spiritual protection that surrounds you when you walk in obedience to God's voice. It's like a divine shield, a sacred bubble that guards your mind, your body, and your energy. On most days, that covering is subtle but strong, always there, even if you don't feel it. But on June 7, that covering will require your agreement. If you choose to ignore the warning and step outside, you are choosing to walk away from that spiritual shelter, even if just for a moment. And that moment may cost more than you can imagine. God isn't warning you because He wants to control you. He's doing it because He loves you too deeply to let you walk into danger blind. Imagine a parent telling a child not to touch a flame. The child might not understand why until it's too late. This is one of those moments. The flame is real, and stepping outside removes you from the spiritual boundary God has drawn for your safety. It may look like a normal day, but spiritually it is anything but normal. When you're outside of God's covering, you're exposed not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. The spiritual realm will be stirred on June 7, and without God's protection, attacks will hit harder, confusion will feel heavier, and exhaustion will come faster. It may not even be visible. Your energy may feel drained, your emotions may spiral, and your clarity may blur. But the impact will be real and deep, so don't take the risk. Stay indoors, stay covered, stay connected. Your obedience is not weakness. It is wisdom. It's not about paranoia. It's about partnership with the God who sees what you can't. When you honor His warning, you remain under His protection. And that is the safest place to be. Those who walk in the Spirit are often misunderstood by those who walk in the flesh. And on June 7, this will be more obvious than ever. People will mock this message. They'll laugh at the idea that a single day could carry such spiritual weight. They'll scroll past, post memes, and treat this divine warning like a joke. But laughter doesn't stop consequences, and mockery won't cancel the truth. History has shown time and time again that divine warnings are often ignored. Before the flood, people laughed at Noah building an ark under clear skies. But when the rain came, the doors were already closed. The same spiritual pattern is repeating now. Many will dismiss this message as dramatic or superstitious until the shift hits their spirit like a thunderclap and their world is turned upside down. You must not let the world's mockery shake your obedience. You are not called to blend in. You were chosen to rise above. Let them laugh, let them doubt. While they party and post, you will be preparing. And when the darkness falls, they will remember the warning they ignored and the strength you showed by standing firm. This is the moment where the bold in spirit will be revealed. Your silence, your obedience, your refusal to join the crowd, these will speak louder than words. And when clarity returns, many will look to you for guidance, because you will be among the few who saw the truth and chose wisdom over popularity. It's easy to say you trust God when life is calm, but June 7 will separate the listeners from the talkers. This is not a day for religious performance. It's a day for spiritual alignment. The question is simple. Will you obey even when it's inconvenient, even when it's lonely, even when no one else is listening? God already knows your heart. But this day will show you where you really stand. Many will claim they follow God, yet ignore His voice when it challenges their comfort. They'll choose logic over faith, business over stillness, and popularity over obedience. But on June 7, that will cost them. Their lack of discernment will become their weakness. Meanwhile, those who stay in tune with the Spirit will feel an increase in divine intimacy and peace, even amid chaos. Listening to God isn't about hearing a booming voice from the sky. It's about sensing His nudges, feeling His presence, and responding to His call, even when the world tells you it's nonsense. On this day, God is not shouting, He's whispering. And only those who are spiritually quiet, spiritually awake, will hear Him. June 7 is not just a test, it's a moment of revelation. It will reveal who's aligned with heaven and who's lost in the noise. Let your actions prove your faith. When you obey without needing the approval of others, you show God that your relationship with Him is real, deep, and unshakable. The enemy has traps hidden beneath the surface of June 7. It's a spiritual setup disguised as a normal day. The distractions will be louder, the temptations stronger, the false opportunities more appealing. It's all designed to make you ignore your intuition and walk right into spiritual confusion. But you were warned, you were shown the signs so you wouldn't fall for it. Every trap on that day is tailor-made to hit you where you're most vulnerable. Maybe it's that phone call that stirs up old pain. Maybe it's that event that looks like a celebration but is actually draining your light. Maybe it's a decision that feels urgent but is actually a bait for regret. The enemy doesn't come wearing horns. He comes through circumstances dressed in your preferences. You must walk with discernment sharper than ever. If something feels off, pause. If something feels rushed, step back. This isn't paranoia. This is preparation. The spiritual realm is highly active, and not everything that shines is from the light. By staying indoors, praying, and keeping your energy grounded, you stay out of reach of these traps. God already laid the escape path, your obedience. When you stay in, when you pray, when you cleanse your space and listen deeply, you rise above the setup. You become untouchable, not because of fear, but because of foresight. Don't be the one who sees the trap only after falling in. Be the one who was ready before it was even set. You've probably felt it for years. That sense that you're different, that your spirit picks up on things others ignore, that you hear deeper messages in ordinary moments, that you carry a light you can't always explain. That's not imagination, it's calling. You were chosen for a reason, and June 7 is one of those reasons. You're being entrusted with insight that most people can't access. God doesn't waste revelation. He speaks to those who will act. You're not just hearing this message by chance. It's because your heart is aligned, your spirit is open, and your mission is bigger than your surroundings. Others may laugh, scroll past, or scoff at the warning. But deep down, you know this message resonates with something ancient in your soul. Your ability to see and sense what others can't is both a gift and a responsibility. On June 7, that spiritual perception will either protect you or be dulled by distraction. That's why it's crucial to stay alert, quiet, and spiritually tuned in. You are the eyes and ears for a generation that's gone spiritually deaf. When you listen, you become a lifeline. This isn't about superiority, it's about purpose. You were chosen to lead, to guide, and to stand firm when others fall. This day will amplify your clarity if you let it. Don't hide your gift. Use it to protect yourself and maybe even to intercede for those who still can't see. June 7 will not come quietly. There will be cosmic signs, eclipses, solar shifts, changes in the skies that seem subtle to some, but spiritually thunderous to those who are awake. The sky will be speaking, but only the awakened will understand the language. It's not just about the light going out. It's about what that darkness is revealing. Throughout history, God has used the heavens to speak to humanity. Stars guided the wise men. A darkened sky marked the crucifixion. Eclipses have always been moments when time seems to pause and the veil between dimensions gets thinner. The eclipse on June 7 is one of those moments. A divine punctuation in time saying, pay attention. If you're attuned, you'll feel the shift in your body. Your spirit will sense the change in pressure, the stillness in the air, the call to silence. These are signs meant to guide you, not scare you. The sky is acting like a spiritual mirror, revealing what's hidden, exposing what's been lurking, and magnifying the energy around you. But you won't see these signs if you're distracted by surface level noise. You have to be still to receive the message. Look up not just with your eyes, but with your heart. The signs are there. The question is, will you understand them? When God speaks, He often speaks once. He is not in the business of begging people to listen. He leaves that to prophets, messengers, and moments like this. What you are reading now may very well be the last clear warning you receive about June 7. There will be no lightning bolt or thunderous voice from the sky. The message has already been delivered quietly, spiritually, and directly to your heart. It's easy to think you'll get another sign, another message, another chance to prepare. But what if you don't? What if this is the final moment before the shift begins? God has already stirred the atmosphere, moved the stars, spoken through astrologers and prophets. What more confirmation do you really need? At some point, faith demands action, not just listening, but responding. Many people miss their moment in history because they waited too long. They ignored the knock, thinking another would come. But doors of grace don't stay open forever. June 7 is one of those doors. Not a door to doom, but a door to awakening. A door to divine covering, but only for those who step through it with humility and trust before it closes. This is the beauty and the weight of free will. God will not force you to listen, but He loves you enough to warn you even when the world calls it foolish. Consider this message your final preparation. There will be no replay, no rewind. When the day comes, you'll either be ready or not. On June 7, the spiritual battlefield intensifies. While God is protecting His own, the enemy is also active, prowling, watching, and looking for the spiritually weak.